Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. I'm Ebony and I'm Erica. For today's video, we are looking at what exactly is in your relaxer, and we are focusing on 3 active ingredients that are in 3 different relaxers. So the 3 chemicals we're going to be looking into are sodium hydroxide, ammonium thioglycolate, and calcium hydroxide. So many of you, including myself, have heard of sodium hydroxide. That's present in a lot of lye relaxers. It's present in the relaxer that we use, which is Mazzani Medium. And sodium hydroxide is a common chemical in lye relaxers because it gets the hair straight super fast by breaking the bond. Yeah, it just makes the relaxer process the hair a lot quicker, which is why you see a lot of people and a lot of stylists gravitate to it and use it. So that's basically its contribution to relaxers. It just gets the hair straight quickly. Alright, so the next chemical is calcium hydroxide. Now this chemical is more present in no lye relaxers, and it's kind of the same as sodium hydroxide, but it's not as strong as sodium hydroxide in that it has a milder pH. However, calcium hydroxide could be potentially more harmful than sodium hydroxide because it is mild and people think that it won't burn their scalp. So they tend to leave it on longer, which then causes their hair to dry out because of the calcium buildup. When I was researching this, I actually researched that a lot of stylists tend to persuade people towards the lye relaxers instead of no lye because they've seen the dry, brittle hair results for a while because of the calcium buildup. Calcium hydroxide is still a chemical, even though it is a little bit weaker than sodium hydroxide. It's still a chemical, it still burns, so if you leave it on long, it's going to burn. Yeah. It's just a lot weaker, but it's still a chemical. Alright, so the next chemical is ammonium thioglycolate, and this chemical is present a lot in thio relaxers, some perms, and sometimes it's used in Japanese straightening treatments. Now this chemical, just like the hydroxide chemicals, is used to break the hair's bonds. However, compared to the hydroxide chemicals, the pH is a little bit lower. Now because it is weaker than the hydroxide relaxers, people who use it, they don't get the desired straight hair look or results. So they make the mistake of relaxing the hair again, which is probably not a good idea because it does overprocess your hair, which in turn damages it. So even though these are the 3 most common chemicals in different relaxers, there are other culprit chemicals. There are other parabens and phthalates that kind of work together with these ingredients or these chemicals. And this video would be way too long if I just named every chemical in relaxers. But the point of me naming the 3 active ingredients is to get everybody in the habit of knowing what is in your relaxer. Yeah. Knowing what, and just in hair products in general. Yeah, just knowing what a specific chemical is, how it relates to the product that you're using, and how it affects your hair and even your health. Speaking of health, now the main health risks we want to talk about are uterine fibroids, which are non-cancerous fibroids. There are a lot of concerns and questions regarding fibroids and relaxers. I mean, we get comments all the time, people telling us that it's going to cause us fibroids. There's a comment thread where I was going back and forth with somebody, but there's plenty of comment threads. There's plenty of comments to everybody, and we'll get into that later. Hear us out. Yeah. So the question is, do relaxers cause fibroids? The short answer is no. Are relaxers linked or connected to fibroids? Yes. Yeah, this has been known for a while, but I feel like the relaxer fibroids discussion has been brought up and discussed heavily within the past 2 years. And that's because a lot of people are researching into not only relaxers but black hair products in general. However, you cannot solely pinpoint the direct cause of fibroids to relaxers. Black hair products as a whole has been the focal point of increasing fibroid risk. Within the black hair community, we as black women are more at risk because we use a lot of hair products. Therefore, that kind of completely knocks the notion that relaxers are the cause of fibroids because black hair products in general are kind of being scrutinized. So it's not just relaxed hair care products, it's probably in your natural hair care products as well. But you can't just pinpoint relaxers as the sole cause. Unless you're using stuff straight out the earth. Yeah, that should be fine. Some people do that. Some people make their own shampoo, conditioner, moisturizers, which is cool, but some people don't have that time to do that. And actually, in many of the studies and research and articles that I've researched, there's very little evidence or very little research to pinpoint relaxers as the direct cause of fibroids. On top of that, there are too many other variables and factors involved to solely place blame on relaxers. Yeah, things like family history, obesity. Studies have shown that if you are obese, you're 2 to 3 more times likely to get fibroids. Also, if it runs in your family, you're 2 to 3 times more likely to get it. So if your mom had it, you may get it as well. Like if your grandma had it, you're 2-3 more times likely to get it. So you can't really say that relaxers cause fibroids because you kind of have to set the stage and examine the lifestyle of the women using the relaxer. For example, if you're an obese woman and your mom has fibroids and you're getting relaxers 3 times a year, chances are you have fibroids, not because of the relaxers, it's because that you're already at risk. And yeah, the relaxer could have triggered it. So if I was at risk, I would think twice about getting relaxers. And we always preach stretching and relaxers anyway, not just for hair health, but just for health in general. Again, there's not a lot of study on the frequency and the amount of usage of the relaxer that can cause fibroids or how fibroids are directly related to it. I do agree that relaxers are related to fibroids, but I don't think they're the cause of it.
And it's 2 separate things. Related to, linked to, it's not the same thing as direct cause.
Yeah, correlation is not the same thing as cause.
Exactly.
So relaxers are correlated with fibroids, but I don't think they're the sole cause of fibroids.
I'm not the only one saying this. Articles say that too.
Yeah.
You guys have to read between the lines, or just read in general the words, and just don't take everything for like, oh, that's it. You just have to look at the words, what it means.
And I have articles linked below because all the articles, they kind of say the same thing. There's really not enough evidence, there's not enough research, just in black hair care products in general, because not everything is just out in the open right now. A lot of people aren't being honest with the ingredients in the black hair.
Because the FDA is required.
FDA. In all the articles I've read, there's little evidence on the frequency, the amount of usage. Like I said, I get my relaxer once a year. I don't really think I'm at risk for fibroids. And we're not saying we're experts in this field. This is just, our opinion based on facts that we've been presented.
Yeah, so just get to the habit of knowing what chemicals are in your product and what purpose they serve.
Yeah, like, I don't know, I just challenge you guys, just find, not even your relaxer, find a hair product. Go look at the ingredients, find something, research that ingredient, see what purpose it serves for the hair product and see how it affects your health. I don't know, just get into the habit of doing that, because a lot of the ingredients in our chemicals in our relaxers, I knew about sodium hydroxide. I wasn't too familiar with the other 2, but it was good, researching all of them and seeing how they relate and how they work for the hair during a relaxer. So, but yeah, leave your comments below. We would love to have a nice little debate. If you agree or disagree.
Discussion, yeah.
Nice
you guys can comment whether you agree or disagree.
Yeah, we don't discourage those who disagree with us, but just do it in like a a tactful manner. Mature way, yes, please.
I think we're all adults here. I'm pretty sure the people who comment here are adults. So.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll leave all the links to the articles below. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you guys next week. Bye!